Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we are doing another unboxing, and we are doing my biggest unboxing yet. Literally. We'll get to that. So I actually had two pieces of fan mail come in, and one of them is right here. And as you can see, it's certainly not small. Then I'm pretty sure I know who this one is from. I believe, I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm pretty sure this is from Flyattractor, who is not only one of my subscribers, but one of my patrons as well. One of my earliest patrons, actually. And Flyattractor is also the one who sent me a previous box. That's the one that had the Peter Cushing movies in it on Blu-ray and 3 of the Doctor Who novels, including the Gunfighters, which I absolutely appreciate him sending, because I love the novelization of the Gunfighters a lot. Way better than the story. And he had said something about sending me a couple more Target books. And I believe, looking at the name and the address, I believe this is from him. I recognize his address. And the interesting thing is this is the one that came in today. I went to check the mail Saturday because I had a package come in. And my P.O. box is not small. I'll put it this way. This fit in my P.O. box. I don't have one of the tiny P.O. boxes. I have a larger P.O. box because I don't like waiting in lines to pick up stuff inside the office. And I went there. And when I went to pick up the other package Saturday, it was just a little slip in there saying, hey, it was too, the package is too big to fit in the P.O. box, come inside and get it, but I couldn't because it was Saturday and they were closed. And I was like, well, I'll pick it up Monday. Now, I have to admit, that is the first time since I've started doing this that I've gotten a notice saying, hey, your package is too big. All the other packages I've gotten have fit in my P.O. box. And again, my P.O. box is a larger one. It's not one of the smaller ones. This fit in it. I mean, it barely fit in it, but it fit in there. So I was able to get it. So I was curious, man, how big must the other one be if it won't fit in the P.O. box? I didn't think much of it. And so I went in there today. I went ahead and grabbed this out of my P.O. box. And I went in there today and I handed her the slip. And she comes back with this. And the first thing out of my mouth is, oh my God. Literally, that's what I said. I looked at her and went, oh my God. She goes, yeah, you've been spending some money. I said, no. Some people have been spending some money on my behalf, apparently. This is huge. Look at this. My God. This is huge. This definitely will not fit in my P.O. box. And I'm looking at what they paid to ship it to me. Because they spent like $40 to ship it to me. And oh my God, in both of these cases, I can see what they paid to ship these to me. In both of these cases, I'm like, goodness. Especially I'm looking at this, it's like $40. I'm like, the fact that somebody was willing to spend this money, anyone who sends me, the fact they are willing to spend the money they spend to send me things means a lot. I do want to say thank you to everyone who has sent something. That means a lot to me. I know people have, shipping's not free. I really appreciate people doing that. Gee, look at that. It is heavy. It's not light. This is heavy. She handed it to me and I was like, good God. It's got some weight to it. It's not shirts, I can tell you that. So we're going to dig into this, and good Lord, let me get some scissors, let me put on my eyeballs, and we're going to try to dig into these. And another reason I can tell this is Flyattractor's is his packaging. I mentioned this when I unboxed his previous one. It was, he packages stuff the way my aunt wraps Christmas presents. It's like she doesn't want you to get into them. So this could take a second. Oh, and there's a little note. I didn't even notice that. There's a note on the back. I didn't notice that. That's probably a nice little letter. We will get into that as well. Good Lord. I feel like I just need a Sawzall. I have to get like a box cutter or something. Yeah, definitely, both of these are definitely bigger packages, but this one at least managed to barely fit in the P.O. box. I've never had one yet until the other one that wouldn't. Alright. Oh, it looks like a lot of novels and a DVD, because I mentioned to him I've been loving the Target novels. Like, I loved The Highlanders, which I believe my review of that will be coming soon. I loved The Gunfighters. I feel like I've done another one. Is my mind slipping on me? Let's have a look. Man, this looks like a lot of the old school Target novels. Let's see. We got Doctor Who and the Dalek Invasion of Earth. We have The Chase. That's pretty cool. We have Doctor Who and the Daleks. Oh, I gotta give that a read. I've got to give that a read. I have a feeling I will actually really like that once my imagination gets to work on it. I think I will love that. We've got The Myth Makers. Oh, cool. I definitely got to read that. Since it's completely missing, and I know it's Vicky's last story. Oh, that'll be fun. The Rescue. Very nice. Some of these that have existing episodes I may wait on until I've actually seen the episode. Like The Rescue, I'll probably wait until I've seen the story. And then we have, speak of the devil. I just pull out the DVD and it's The Rescue and the Romans. That's hilarious. Yeah, some of these I haven't seen the story. I'll wait until I see the story, then I'll read the novel. The next thing I pull out... Oh, so that's 2 more Hartnells I can knock out. I think I mentioned that in a video one time, how these are together and I want to get it so I can knock them both out. And I believe these are both part of Season 2. Boy, when the Season 2 Blu-ray box set does come out, I'm going to have a lot of that season already knocked out, I think. And we got some more novels. We have, The Web of Fear. I am looking forward to reading that because I love the episode version of it, the story version of it. The Faceless Ones. I've talked before about how I enjoy the animation of the Faceless Ones. And Doctor Who and the Cybermen. I'm not sure which one this is. The Moonbase. Okay, so this is the novel version of the Moonbase. Interesting. And you guys know I love the Moonbase. I absolutely adore the Moonbase. So that is very nice. Let's see if we can get to his letter here without utterly... Oh, I wish he just kind of packed it in with the... Wish he just kind of packed it in with the box. But he might not have thought to do a letter until after he had sealed the box. Oh, I always enjoy letters. I do. I'm trying to be gentle. I don't want to accidentally tear it. Okay. Woo! That is a lot of novels, which I love. I've been loving the book range yet. You know, I kind of figured the one I'd want to read through first would be Human Nature, but it keeps taking a backseat to the Target novels. I don't know why, but I am absolutely adoring these Target novels. Especially the Gunfighters. I wonder if some of these are written from the same guy who did the Gunfighters. Terrence did a lot of these, and of course I love Terrence Dicks, so I'm gonna love that. Oh yeah, Donald Cotton. He did the Gunfighters, so I'm probably gonna like the Mythmakers too. He tells it from this style of someone recounting past events, and I think the Mythmakers has done like that too. David Whitaker. Oh wow, David Whitaker did he do the novelization of this? I'm gonna love that. I love me some David Whitaker. And of course more Uncle Terrence and John Peel. There seems to be a lot of famous British people named John Peel. Because I know there was one John Peel, I think, who helped get one of my favorite bands popular, Joy Division. I love Joy Division. I love Ian Curtis's voice. Man can sing so well. So there seems like there's a lot of John Peels that were popular. Let's see what we got here. Yep, this is the Flyattractor. He says, just another thanks for the hours of entertainment and thought-provoking discussions with a wink. Well, thank you. This means a lot. I am really glad you enjoy the content. I always enjoy our interactions, be they on Patreon, which I know we don't talk so much there. We usually do talk down in the comment section. I always enjoy when we interact in the comment sections, talking about how we both enjoy the novels and the movies in our mind that we create from that. And I love when I do a video that sometimes the Flyattractor's like, you're doing one that's making me have to think again. I always enjoy that. I do love doing videos that are thought-provoking, and I love trying to do videos that other YouTubers might not do, or that I just haven't seen them do. I like trying to come up with original ideas. Although I love seeing other people do their takes on those too. So that means a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate you sending these Flyattractor. I'm looking forward to watching through these, reading through these. That's a lot of stuff. I am very much enjoying the Target novels. I'm going to have to clear out a spot, I think, down here. I've been rearranging lately. I think I'm going to try to clear out a spot so I can get my books on the shelf as well as the DVDs. This is heavy, but easier to get into, I think. Maybe not. I don't know if there's a note with this or not. Man, there is a lot of stuff in here. My goodness, that looks like a lot of books. Okay, so we have, wow, this is some really nice handwriting. This is some very small print too. So I don't know. It said Prowl 1701. Hello, my name is Steven. I recently discovered your YouTube channel and quickly became a big fan. My two favorite series of all time are Doctor Who and Star Trek. I'm a big Star Trek fan myself. The Fourth Doctor era and the original series are my favorite nooks in all of sci-fi. The original Star Trek series is my favorite as well. I can remember my local PBS station airing reruns of Tom Baker's run in the early 1980s. He quickly became my doctor and the benchmark for all the actors who followed him. Tom Baker is my doctor as well. I mean, I have several that are my doctor, but Tom is my favorite. Likewise, I also watched reruns of TOS every day after school and marathons on holiday weekends. You're speaking my language, Stephen. You're speaking my language. One of my earliest movie memories was my father taking me to see Star Trek II when it came out. I was only about a year old at the time myself. But the first movie I have memory of seeing in theater was Star Trek IV, which is actually my favorite Star Trek movie. I was fine until the end, and then like everyone else in the theater, I cried my eyes out when Spock died. I can only imagine what it was like for my father, who never watched Star Trek and didn't know why I was so upset. My mother had to take me to go see Star Trek III when it came out. I only found out the other day that Burger King put out a set of 4 Star Trek III glasses back in 1984. I never saw them back in the day. I was not aware of that as well. That's interesting. Included in the box are some fun books and things from both Doctor Who and Star Trek. I wanted to put together a little thank you for all the great videos that you make. Thank you. Not just for the stuff, which I very much appreciate. I'm looking forward to digging into this box, but thank you for the words. It means a lot to me that people enjoy my content and my videos. It's one of the reasons why I am very adamant about putting out a video every day. That is always my goal, to get out, even if it's just a quick one. I like to do a video every day. Feel free to keep or give away anything that you like. I hope that a few of these things can make for a few video ideas at least. I certainly will look into that. I love making videos about stuff people send me. If nothing else, I hope you at least have some fun reading and enjoying them. I love all of your Doctor Who content from both the classic and modern series. Please keep them coming, as I would love to hear your opinions on more things. I have a very controversial video actually coming Wednesday that I am extremely nervous about, Stephen. It is, I've already put it up for my patrons to look at, to get some feedback on. Basically, we will be discussing Phasmin and why I don't quite think it's the victory that some of the LGBTQ community and some of the other Doctor Who fans think it is, because I think Phasmin has some problems due to the toxic nature of the relationship, and it's about a 20-minute video. I was very nervous about making it, very nervous about how it's going to go over, because it's a bit of a landmine to do that. I feel like I navigated it pretty well. One of my patrons even says that they think I navigated it pretty well, but it's definitely a video that I was very nervous about making and putting out, but I always promised myself I would always give my opinion on it, and I am looking forward to it coming out, because I think there are some people who are going to understand. I think even some people in the LGBT community have the same issues. I've seen them say the same thing about the relationship as a whole, because it seems a little too much like Martha and Ten's relationship, which was also problematic in my opinion. But that video should be dropping, I think, tomorrow from when you see this. I plan on releasing this one, I think, the day before that video goes out. That video is supposed to go out, I think, the 26th, which is my mother's birthday. I'll have to remember to call her. I really like your new Face Off series as well. Thank you. I've been very much enjoying the Face Off series. It's a great opportunity for me to bring you guys into the the video basically and get your feedback and get your opinions on things and see how you vote in the polls. So I really like having y'all, having your feedback and having y'all as part of the video. I very much enjoy that. I would really love if you talked more about Star Trek on the channel as well. I will do that. It is supposed to be a sci-fi channel, not just a Doctor Who channel. Either way, please keep up your great content, as I always look forward to a new video from you every day. I hope this finds you well, and have a great rest of the year. Peace, Stephen. I appreciate that, Stephen. Thank you. I do need to do some more Star Trek stuff on the channel, as I do love a lot of different sci-fi. I need to get back to doing some Babylon 5 stuff as well. Let's see what all we have in here. This is a lot. We have the Science of Doctor Who, a book about the science of Doctor Who. We have a Contest of Principles, which is an original Star Trek novel from the original series. And I do actually read a lot of Star Trek books. I lost a lot of my old school ones from the 80s and 90s in the fire I mentioned before, but I've slowly been recollecting some of my favorites. Like, I think my favorite Star Trek book of all time is called How Much for Just the Planet. It's a very funny story, and I absolutely adore it. I had to get on YouTube and get that back. We have the Target Storybook, which is 15 new adventures featuring writers and stars from the BBC series. That sounds fun, and look at that. Look at that. All the Doctors on there. I have a feeling that'll be a lot of fun. We have The Weeping Angels, 12 stories of the villain from Doctor Who. And I love The Weeping Angels. I think they've been a little overdone in the modern series, but I love The Weeping Angels. But I definitely think I could like them in book form, because my imagination can create everything for that. And I have a very vivid imagination. We have The High Frontier, another original Star Trek series novel. And I love the original Star Trek series. It is my favorite. Oh! They've got Scratchman. I've always wanted Scratchman. This was actually on my Amazon wish list. I'll have to remember to take that off. I know this is written by Tom Baker, and it's supposed to be basically like him meeting the devil or something. I've been wanting to read this for a while now. Thank you. I'm really excited about getting to this. Yeah, that's probably going to be the first one I go through. Living Memory, which is a Star Trek novel from the original series. Looks like it takes place during the movie periods. That could be really nice. And that looks like the Reliant, so probably between 1 and 2. At Childhood's End with Sophie. I've been wanting to read this one as well. I know it's supposed to be about Ace, and kind of Ace growing up, and I think she's supposed to meet, like, the 13th Doctor, so I've been wanting to read that as well. That's really, really nice. I don't know if you had all of these. I hope you didn't buy all of these just for me. I hope you had them all already. And I read them. That's a lot. Wow, this is a very big box. Agents of Influence, another original series novel. And I haven't read a lot of the newer Star Trek books, so this is going to be a real treat for me. And I do intend on doing reviews for these. I can tell you, Stephen. What I read, I will be reviewing. Oh, this is adorable. Dr. 7th. That's adorable. It's like the 7th Doctor. You know, this is like something you could show like little kids if you wanted to introduce them from Doctor Who. That's cute. That's adorable. I think Sylvester McCoy would love that. I'm looking forward to looking through that. That looks adorable. And we have What is the Story of Doctor Who? That's pretty neat. Oh, cool. You even got, look at this shot of the Masters right there. Oh, that's awesome. Look at all the different Masters right there. Isn't that cool? Wow. That's pretty nifty. I think that's going to be a fun thing to look at. We have the Tale of Two Time Lords. Wow. 13 and 10 together. And I love me some 10th Doctor. I'm curious how the 13th and the 10th Doctor get along. They've crossed over a lot. So that'll be fun. It's a nice little comic book. I love that. That's awesome. We have the Monster Vault. This is a big one. Look at that. Look at the back of that. Wow. That is... Wow. That is amazing. And these look brand new. I don't know if Stephen takes really good care of his stuff. But all of this stuff looks brand new. And that's, of course, from the villains from School Reunion. And I love School Reunion. man, look at that. Wow, this is going to take me a long time to get through. We have a pop figure. Oh, cool, the Taping. I don't actually collect pop figures, but I do think the Taping is interesting, so that's pretty cool. Or Pating, that is really neat. I don't know, I have a friend of mine who's a big into pops. I might see if he wants that, or I may just take it out and put it on the shelf. Because while I've never been into pops, if there's anything I would collect, it would be Doctor Who pops. I have considered some of the Doctors. Like I always wanted that Tom Baker one and never got it. One of my ex-girlfriends had it. I actually got that for her from something. I forget what it was, her birthday or something. Oh, look at that. Oh, I had to put a battery in it. That is awesome. I've been wanting to get a Jodie Whittaker sonic screwdriver. I need to get a battery for it apparently, but I can swap that out. That is cool though. I've been wanting to get the Jodie Whittaker sonic screwdriver for a while because I'd like to have all the Sonics, and I only have like 3 of them, like Tennant's, Smith's, and Tom's. So that's really neat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that out. I can use that whenever I'm talking about 13 videos. And then we have... Okay, we have some more comics here with the 13th Doctor, right there. A New Beginning. We have Time Out of Mind with the 13th Doctor. I love that back right there, too. I love that art. I think I've used that as a thumbnail for videos a time or two. And that looks really cool. And then look at the art on this one. That looks awesome. The Many Lives of Doctor Who. I love that artwork. They need to make that a poster. That would make such a good poster. And then that looks really good on the back as well. So, yeah. Wow, it looks like it has all the Doctors in it. That's pretty nifty. This looks like a really neat read. I'm looking forward to that. And then last but not least we have... Wow, that is a big box. We have the Runaway TARDIS, which is right here. Cool, that looks like something, a nice little bedtime story for children and stuff. If you wanted to get them interested in Doctor Who, that's pretty cool. Look at that. That's awesome. Wow. That is, I think that's everything. Yeah, okay, that's everything. Wow, that is a lot from both of you. Wow. Thank you, Stephen. I really appreciate all of this. I am going to have a ball going through these books. It's nice to have a Whittaker sonic screwdriver. I'm going to love being able to read some Star Trek novels. I haven't read some Trek in a while, so that's going to be nice. I'm going to especially love getting a chance to read through both of these because I have very much been wanting to read both of these. That is, I can't even pick that up and hold it all. It's so much stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow. My first pop figure. The Pating. Got a nice sonic screwdriver. That's just, yeah, it blows my mind. I would ask Stephen that, I don't know how active you are in the comments, but I would, ask that you pop down and visit us in the comments sometimes. I like my comments are a pretty safe place, I think. People seem pretty comfortable speaking their mind there. I talk with a lot of people down. One of my patrons is named Steven, so immediately when I hear the name, I think about him because him and I converse a lot. And he's up there and actually not too far. I think he's only a state or two away from you, actually. But yeah, pop down in the comments, and I pretty much always try to respond or at least heart comments to let people know I've read them. I do read all the comments. I always appreciate all the feedback, be it good or bad. I always appreciate feedback, and I really appreciate that you enjoy my channel. It makes my day to see how much fan mail I'm getting, especially these massive ones when my channel is relatively a small channel, really, compared to a lot of YouTubers who have been doing it for considerably longer. So that to have under 1,000 subscribers to be getting this kind of attention is very humbling. It really makes my day. And it boggles my mind. I will never forget when she brought that box out and I was just like, oh my God. So thank you, Stephen. I really appreciate all of this. And I saw what you paid to ship that to me, and some of this stuff looks brand new too. So I don't know what you spent on this, but I really appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of the stuff. I appreciate the thought behind it even more. I like the note. I am extremely envious of your handwriting because that is some gorgeous handwriting. Me, my handwriting looks like I write in hieroglyphics. I should have been a doctor. I have the handwriting for it. And the fact you got all of that on a postcard, that fine print, that is impressive. But I really appreciate all the kind words, and I am really glad that you enjoy my content. And I will try to get some more Star Trek stuff up too, because there are actually, I've been meaning to rank the Star Trek series, my least favorite to my favorite. I keep having trouble getting that video done. I do also, again, want to give a shout out to the Flyattractor and a thank you to him. Shout out. I can't even say a shout out. A thank you to him because I definitely appreciate all of these. He knows how much I love the Target novels. And I'm looking forward to reading some of these and to getting to watch The Rescue and the Romans. This is also a pretty big box, which I really appreciate everything from both of you. Just as I appreciate everything that I've been sent from everyone who has sent something so far. I'm currently working my way through The Time Warrior, which was sent to me by one of my subscribers, Ian. I've watched the first two parts, and this is my first time watching that, so I really appreciate Ian sending that. So thank you, everyone who's sent anything. Thank you, everyone who supports me on Patreon. Thank you, everyone who just watches. I know a lot of you tune in every day. Even if you don't comment, I know a lot of you tune in every day, and it means a lot that you enjoy what I do. If you would like to send me anything, my P.O. Box is down in the description below. If you would like to support me other ways, a link to my Amazon wish list is down in the description below as well. A link to my Amazon UK wish list is down there. I also have a link to my Patreon. I really have been trying to grow that lately. I am trying to do an exclusive video every week for my patrons on there, something just for them. I give them early access to some videos like the Thasman video coming tomorrow. They already have access to that at the $10 tier or higher. And I'm definitely trying to grow that. So if that's something anyone might be interested in, taking a second to check that out. Most importantly, though, I want to say thank you to everyone who watches, and most importantly, have a nice day.